If you're feeling confident about your retirement future and your investment knowledge, stop right there. I've got one giant reason why you need a second opinion before it's too late. I'm going to tell you about it right now. Hey guys, glad to be back with you. My name is Jarrett Lang, Vice President of W.A. Smith Financial Group, and we are a team of advisors based out of Ohio, but we work with people all over the United States in an effort to help you achieve financial peace of mind with your money and your investments. To book a retirement tune-up financial review with one of our financial advisors, simply click on the link in the description to schedule that meeting right now. In the second episode of our series on behavioral finance topics today, we're going to talk about a concept called self-attribution, or translated to overconfidence, what it means to you, your money, and how to avoid it. Let's jump right in. So, self-attribution, or what we call overconfidence, what's it really mean? This is the tendency to make choices based on an overconfidence that you have in your skill or knowledge level. So pretty simply, you're overconfident in your own ability, and that could be a mistake that a lot of people are making. Translate it, we see people make bad decisions when it comes to their money based on overconfidence all the time in this business. And I'm gonna give you some specific examples, and I'll start out with something that happened to me recently, and this isn't with my money, but my wife watches HGTV, DIY Network, all those home improvement shows like a lot of us do, and she's always finding new ideas as to ways we could creatively enhance our house or do something at the homestead. So recently she showed me a picture that she found on one of the DIY websites of a homemade Lego table. Now I have 3 children, 2 boys, who are religious Lego makers. They play with their Legos, they build them all the time. And we thought it would make a lot of sense for us to have a Lego table that could double as a homework table and some other things. So she showed me a picture and I looked at it and I thought, oh wow, that's pretty simple, couple of steps, not gonna take me a terribly long period of time. I get the materials, I put it together, we use it in a day or two. Well, as we've all experienced one time or another, my own DIY disaster ensued. I got all the materials, and as I started putting it together, 4 or 5 more steps for every one step that I had outlined would show up. Mainly because, listen, I'm decent around the house. I can handle my own on certain projects, but I'm a financial advisor by trade. I help people with their money. I don't build things. And so what ended up happening is my overconfidence level in this project led to a 3-week project until we finally saw this Lego table finished. And sense of reward at that point was extremely high, but the frustration level along the way was probably even at a greater point. Now, in this case, how does overconfidence, or what would be a good example of overconfidence, affecting you and your money? Great example here for you. My father, long time ago, many years ago, he chose to retire. He was 55 years old at the time when he chose to retire. And he was a very confident person. He was a victim of overconfidence, self-attribution an awful lot in his days. And so he always felt like he knew more than he probably did. He was very confident in his own ability, and the same thing happened when it came to retirement. He was ready to go mentally, physically, emotionally. He checked all those boxes. And based on his own perceived knowledge of what he thought he needed to have saved in retirement, and also, even more importantly, how much he would want to spend on a monthly basis, he made the decision to retire at the early age of 55. Well, what ensued from there was a little bit of a financial disaster when he started meeting with the financial advisor to talk over the plan and lay it out and make sure that he had enough money to do what he was trying to do. The financial advisor asked him one simple question. He said, Danny, how much money do you need every single month coming into your bank account to pay your bills and to live the life that you want to live? And like many people would do at that time, he started doing what I call the finger addition. Well, I pay this amount for utilities and I pay this amount on my cable bill and my car payment is X. And the advisor stopped him in his tracks and he said, hey, wait a minute. You're here and you want to retire and you want me to tell you that you can retire, that you have enough money, but you haven't added up your budget for retirement. You don't know exactly how much you spend on a monthly basis. You don't know if it's $3,000 a month you need or $7,000 a month you need. And the fact of the matter is my dad didn't know the answer to that question. So when he went home and he went through his budget worksheet exercise, what he found out is that his perceived knowledge of what he needed, he had fixated on a number that, hey, if I have about $5,000 a month coming in for retirement income and expenses, I'll be in great shape. But the budget worksheet showed another thing. In reality, for him to live and pay all of his bills and do everything he wanted to do, but also to do the fun stuff, because for him, retirement was about every day is now Saturday. I want to golf, I want to fish, I want to boat, I want to spend time with my grandkids, and I want to travel a little bit. Well, all those discretionary hobbies are expensive. And so the real number that he came up with was about $7,500 a month that he needed coming in on a regular basis to live his life the way he wanted to live. And that overconfidence caused a major issue. In the ensuing years, he ended up having to go back to work because he didn't have enough money to support that lifestyle for the period of time that he had planned for. And that's another debate entirely. How long will you live and how long should you plan? With that said though, it was a bad mistake that he made. He made a bad decision, a quick decision that was based on overconfidence that he could have easily avoided, even if he was confident in his mathematics on the situation, by getting a second opinion, stopping in his tracks and thinking through it a little bit more with the help of an expert or someone that does it in this field. That is the best explanation I can give you of self-attribution or overconfidence. Don't let this ruin your retirement future or your investment portfolio. Get a hold of it before it's too late. If you liked today's video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so, turn that bell notification on so that you're aware of our upcoming posts. And if you have a question or a topic that you'd like us to cover, just drop that in the comments. To schedule a meeting with one of our fiduciary financial advisors to talk over your specific situation, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.